In today's complex digital world, your business is accelerating faster than ever. More people, more devices, more data, in more places than ever, creating a more complex and rapidly evolving threat landscape. Every company needs to be prepared to protect every edge, in every space, against every threat, on any cloud. Protect what matters most with Fortinet. Digital security everywhere you need it.
Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Kwong. I'm the field CISO of Southeast Asia and Hong Kong. Today I'm going to share about the advancing artificial intelligence enabled cybersecurity for network detection and response. So what is NDR or network detection and response? So basically it's a plug and play cybersecurity solution just like IPS. That are, however, it use different type of advanced analytic and machine learning in order to detect network anomaly based on all the packet being captured in the network. So how did it really started? But according to Gartner, that there is a first release of the market guide for network traffic analysis market back in 2019. The actual market at itself is pretty young, less than 10 years. And there are a lot of a couple of different NDR focused companies founded in mid 2010s. So first of all, let's take a look about the market condition currently, according to the Gartner hype cycle for security operation back in 2021. So it is part of the emergent as an emergent tech in the hype cycle, which is like it's targeted at the threat level in expectation, and customers are really looking at different type of realistic use case. Up till now, there's still currently there's no clear global leader, and Gartner actually haven't start any market magic quadrant and analysis yet. We are actually seeing NDR actually in the hype cycle, and we are really seeing a lot of different type of pilot run, and also the new use case in the market. So basically, why do the customer try and want to deploy NDR? In basically, is the detection of the NDR is very special. It's basically using behavioral analytics, try to detect malicious activity as compared to the traditional firewall or different EDR. It is quite different because it's try to capture all the traffic within the organization and try to use artificial intelligence and machine learning, try to find out some of the difference. And it is quite very useful for forensic analysis, especially in collecting and storing different type of evidence for future validation. Furthermore, a lot of the time NDR is being used to trace, search, and drill different type of attack in the context of the threat hunting. And furthermore, once a malicious activity is found, it can be automatically or manually responded using different type of integration and orchestration into your organization, different type of network equipment. So, but why we are actually have a lot of different cybersecurity tools, but why people are still trying put in network detection and response? One of the reasons is that because the threats are really sophisticated, especially in the traditional cybersecurity using endpoint protection or firewall. A lot of the traffic are actually not. It's basically trying to look at the traffic in the east-south or endpoint, but a lot of the time they cannot really detect the east-west traffic direction, especially in the cloud or within a complex organization environment. And we are seeing a lot of the different threats are very sophisticated. There are a lot of the time you have different type of vector, different type of attack vector and entry points into the network. And also a lot of the new emerging technology are actually happening in your network. For example, there are different type of new type of endpoint. We are not just looking at only Windows or Linux. A lot of the time, there are a lot of IoT device, especially in a manufacturing or power plant or different type of environment. A lot of organizations are trying to make their organization process more smarter. So they deploy a lot of different type of OT, IoT equipment into their organization. And also, in cybersecurity context, people are looking at cyber kill chain as the framework and MITRE ATT&CK as the framework. And people want to see that in a attack scenario, where is the attack occurred and how it really impacted in different cycle of the kill chain environment. Furthermore, there are a lot of different type of gap in traditional defense. A lot of cybersecurity solution are, a lot of the time they are really isolated. Different type of IPS, sandbox, SIEM, EDR. There are different type of cybersecurity tools. But however, there are a lot of the gap between those two because they are not fully integrated and they cannot have a holistic view on how the traffic are being flow around and how the attacker or malicious activity actually flow through your entire network into which type of equipment or which user. And also the another gap is about the cybersecurity personnel. There is really a lot of lack of cybersecurity expertise in the market, especially with the exponential growth of the digital transformation. That NDR's attempt to complete the detection triage on different endpoint network and using a behavioral approach. And a lot of the organization start to think about the need of the AI assisted tools, basically because of lack of the cybersecurity. Is there really a tools that can provide some sort of virtual security analytic compatibility so that they do not have to hire a lot of the highly skilled cybersecurity people? And a lot of the time, because of the attack is so massive and so fast, using a human to try to process and analyze all those cybersecurity attacks at all time is very difficult, and it will have a high operational workload. And that's why that NDR, a lot of customers are looking for different type of AI assistant tool to assist their human capability and incorporate AI capability so that in order to get the best result in protecting their cybersecurity environment. So that's why our Fortinet also launched our FortiNDR product in the last quarter, which actually we try to provide a virtual security analytic environment that allow the tools to allow an organization try to mimic the intensive human function when they are doing different type of threat hunting and forensic. And we actually deployed sophisticated detection tools on network anomaly and malware detection using different type of amazing AI and machine learning technology. And because of the network detection and response, we also be able to help our customer based on a scenario approach, try to trace the source of infection in case an outbreak really occurs. And we also try to help our customer to reduce the time of the detection up to in a sub-second level. That means we leveraging artificial intelligence technology and also machine learning to try to speed up the detection what's happening according to your network, especially in an outbreak scenario. So FortiAI, a lot of the time is used as a set of solution. It's trying to completing the entire puzzle of the cybersecurity. You're seeing that in cybersecurity, there are a lot of different type of point solution, including different type of protection in cloud, different type of protection on next generation firewall server, endpoint, OT product, and everything is trying to respond into SOC. And this actually create a lot of burden for the SOC because they need to understand the entire network infrastructure. They need to understand the cloud infrastructure. They even need to understand how the application is being developed and the type of OT equipment in their organization. And when there is a cybersecurity incident or threat actually enter into the organization, a lot of the time that there is no fast way to try to understand the threat and try to analyze the traffic quickly. That's why NDR will try to use AI and machine learning technology, try to discover an anomaly and leveraging advanced machine learning to try to reduce the time of or the workload for the SOC to respond to a cybersecurity threat. So a couple of top use case our customers are frequently looking at NDR technology. First of all, is that whether it can actually provide a strong analytic function that can mimic the human behavior of a security analyst in case how to search the outbreak, what type of source of the malware occur, and whether they can detect and provide a detection in a very short time and different type of a test scenario. Whether there are different type of how to really do the anomaly detection. A lot of the time is whether they can do the anomaly detection, especially the network traffic. A lot of the time is already in an encrypted environment, and different type of machine learning on anomaly, whether it can actually really supervised by some signature-based technology such as Fortinet and encrypted attack based on different type of what we call the security and encryption fingerprinting, and also whether it can actually correlate to the URL with a known attack. So it actually combined both machine learning and also artificial intelligence to the signature attack so that it can provide a better holistic view. And NDR is a very good tool to detect a lot of malicious activity in your network. But however, what's more important is about the response and the remediation. Whether a technology, 40DNR technology, actually provide one of the very good use case in API based uploading of different type of verdict, and also automatic response and deeply integrated to our security fabric solution, including sandboxing, next generation firewall SIEM, and also analyzer. So in AI and machine learning, what do we really expect? Like overall, AI machine learning is a lot of customers have difficulty to understand machine learning and the difference of AI and machine learning. A lot of the time is to find the pattern and try to identify the feature which are really alike to each other. It actually applicable in almost anything. I guess that a lot of customers understand that the most practical AI use case is on the face detection. All your mobile phone actually have face detection right now, and a lot you may not be aware that a lot of social media try to push advertisement using AI technology or machine learning technology when you are browsing the web server. But Fortinet, we actually innovatively use this technology and design a mathematical model, try to classify the malware on the file actually traverse across the network to detect them whether they are clean and malicious file with different type of malware classification. So we can actually based on the file the code of the file, and then try to apply the artificial neural network to understand whether the file are similar to the other file. That's why we don't really need to go through the entire simulation, sandboxing, scanning processes, and we can actually produce a verdict within seconds. And furthermore, Fortinet NDR, besides the file detection, we are also have the ability to monitor all the traffic in your network so that we can actually create a machine learning model, try to predict and find out the pattern anomaly in your network traffic in order to identify anomaly. So a lot of the NDR in the market right now are trying to build the model using a unsupervised learning model, which is sometimes it may not be a lot of very accurate because there are a lot of different type of known threat and also unknown threat in your in the world. So that's why we feel that a supervised learning approach is very important in order to get the right data into your into the mathematical model. That's why we actually extract lots of different data in our FortiGuard threat intelligence and try to integrate it into the NDR solution. And the result actually become one of the patent pending on neural network, allow us to do sub-second detection with different type of analytics logic. So first of all, in our NDR solution, we basically separated in two different parts. The first part is to try to capture all the traffic and apply a machine learning model in order to detect traffic anomaly in your environment. These features are including different type of IP port and different type of behavior, destination packet, geographic access, device type, OS. And then we are trying to allow the customer to pick and predefine some of the feature so that we can normalize the entire traffic and then create different type of baseline and in your environment. So we actually use different type of natural language processing and traffic feature in order to combine those features and then provide a good mathematical training model so that it can actually understand your on-prem traffic before any detection. And it also allows a customer to give different type of feedback of whether the traffic is anomaly and normal or normal traffic, so that we can actually train the model to be to carefully selected the type of traffic that are really abnormal, so that we can actually provide a good mathematical model for ongoing analysis. But a lot of the time, packet capturing does not do all the job, because they as you aware that most of the cybersecurity expert or even network expert are aware that more than 90% of the traffic happening in your organization, not just the internet, even in your organization, are already encrypted. And how do we actually handling those encrypted traffic? So that's why FortiNDR also have another important innovation in providing file-based analysis based on advanced neural network modeling. We basically actually extract a lot of different type of code block within a file, a executable file, a document file, a potential file with macro, different type of file. We actually try to analyze those files and extract the code block, different type of code block within the file, and then we try to use our engine to extract the feature similar to what facial detection does, to extract the feature within those code, and then we put into the neural network to identify and classify that whether it is a similar attack or they actually have code block that are similar to different other type of the malware. And then the result will provide a verdict whether this file actually are passing across the network, whether it is clean or malicious. And it is all done with within the FortiNDR environment, and you don't really need to submit the file to the cloud, and the file do not require to do a very time-consuming sandboxing. We actually leveraging technology similar to facial recognition to take a snapshot of the file and then find out the feature, and then look at the feature whether they are similar to the other type of malware attack, and then we'll provide a verdict almost instantly. So, and furthermore, what's more important is that the two major technology we use, the machine learning, we use the artificial neural network we use, are actually being combined into a scenario, so that it can actually, every time there's an anomaly detected, and then we find the file that is we have a high confidence level to find that particular file is malicious, and then we'll provide a likelihood which what type of code block within this file are similar to the existing virus or existing botnet or existing connecting to the existing C2 network. And then we actually mapped everything into a MITRE framework so that it is not just providing a sub-second threat detection, but we also actually allow to provide to demonstrate the entire attack as a scenario. In case a attack occurred, what type of device are being impacted, what type of file are being transmitted across the network to which type of the to which other device. And also be handling the encryption properly, because a lot of the traffic occurring in the environment are being encrypted. That's why we employed JA3 TLS fingerprint technology, allows with the decryption of the file technology integrated with our firewall or even different type of endpoint, so that we can provide a holistic view of the entire attack scenario. So I talk a lot about the NDR, the beauty about the NDR in detecting an anomaly. But what's happened after you detect an anomaly? That's why the integration and response, what trigger an event is quite important. How to respond is very important. Like in NDR technology, we actually when there's an attack trigger by different type of machine learning malware event that are being detected, you will actually automate through the enforcement power and try to automate that into our security fabric platform, so that it can actually isolate the endpoint, block the IP, or do different type of protection in case a threat are being detected. But what's more important, we also actually provided native third-party support via webhook API webhook technology to allow us to control other third-party equipment, such as a network switch to block a Ethernet port and try to isolate a Wi-Fi segment. Different type of amazing thing can be done via the third-party integration on the automation once a threat is being detected. So this is basically an overview of the Forti NDR architecture. It can integrate with different endpoint technology, proxy technology, and also firewall technology. Try our FortiGate firewall technology to decrypt the file that are being transferred across the network. And we are also, for network traffic, we actually allow sleeving or spamming, tapping all the network traffic in your core switch, and then put into the NDR system, so that no matter whether you find a network anomaly or a file with a infected by malware, it will actually create a alert and an event, and then it allow to trigger different type of integration to provide a proper response, including quarantine measurement or even firewall blocking, or to the to solve for different type of automation and the third-party integration. But what's more important, as I mentioned, we are not just simply doing unsupervised learning. We are also integrated the technology with our FortiGuard neural network NDR updates, because we know that the malware actually keep changing. That's why our FortiGuard actually have a huge amount of 6 million plus more malware sample, and we are continuously updating the new malware sample and train the model properly. And then we actually try to update the model in our customer deployment, so that they can have a they can have a more accurate model when they are doing AI and machine learning detection on their premises or on their environments. So in summary, why Fortinet network detection and response? Like actually, once there are different tools actually doing in the market are doing network detection response, but they are really weak in integration with different type of protection technology. So one of the very important thing is, once you detect the threat, whether you can actually respond it properly. That's why FortiNDR has native integration with different type of Fortinet fabric platform, including our sourcing, FortiAnalyzer, firewall, so that it can provide a good detect and respond for our customer. And furthermore, Fortinet actually has a lot of different type of patent and technology leadership in cybersecurity market. We have more than over 20 years of different R&D and more than 1,000 different type of awarded patent, and hundreds of patents are still pending. And we actually our unique way to detect file using an artificial neural network AI technology is one of the pending patent in US. And also our FortiNDR is attempt to try to build a solution, allow our customer in a lack of cybersecurity skill set environment that can rapidly respond to a threat occurring into our organization via a virtual security analyst approach that allow a sub-second detection in threat and containment using the AI and unique AI and machine learning technology. And last but not least, very important that we believe that the AI training require a lot of different type of sampling. And because of we are the leader in firewall, next generation firewall and cybersecurity product in the world, we have lots of deployment. That's why we have a very strong FortiGuard security research team that to try to find new malware and new type of attack campaign. And then we keep training the model so that we can actually provide a supervised learning on the artificial neural network or the malware detection and put into our cloud ML and then inject it into your premises. And we also learn what happened in your environment. We combine both supervised learning and unsupervised learning so that it can give a very accurate verdict for our customer. And we also actually provide a lot of different type of fact-free, such as botnet, web filtering, campaign injection, and we use encrypted one of the latest technology on encrypted encryption data fingerprinting, so that it can actually assist the machine learning and AI model to provide a more accurate result. So in overall, Fortinet is Fortinet actually has a lot of different cybersecurity solutions, and we are actually a cybersecurity vendor that has been in the market for more than 20 years. We provide both visibility and different type of protection in entire digital attack surface. Besides NDR, we also have different type of endpoint solution and firewall solution, so that customer can actually have a reduce amount the point solution they are being used in their organization. But what's more important, we actually integrate all the solution in order to reduce the management. We have a lot of different complexity, and we share all the threat intelligence into our security fabric platform. And what's more important, all our tools are being have automation on it, so that it can actually create a self-healing network with an AI-driven security, so that our customer can have fast and efficient security operation. And thank you, everyone. Today is my presentation. If you have any question, you can always ask right now.